everyone, it's Amber Love. Thanks for returning back as one of my viewers. I really appreciate it. I needed some more time yet again to move and set up the computer all over again and whatnot, and hopefully I will have all of those software issues worked out now at this point. And today I wanted to talk to you about Matt Kindt's Super Spy. Recently, CGS had an episode, number 882, where they interviewed Matt Kindt, mostly regarding his latest work, Revolver, but the guys are big fans of Super Spy and had recommended it, so I decided to pick it up. I just finished it this morning. And this is a series with sort of individual stories inside about the Axis and Allied spies of World War II. And it's a very substantial cast of characters, quite a large group of people. A good number of them are actually female characters, which are top-notch spies and assassins, and I found that really surprising. But it's actually not individual stories. They are, but they're not. They are very cohesive. As you go from chapter to chapter, you might see a person from a previous chapter just in the background or as a passerby walking through a panel of another chapter that's not about them and their stories. So it just shows that everything's sort of got this 6 degrees of separation thing going on. And it's a very interesting spy game because all of the spies are completely unique individuals. They come from different countries, but there's there's a mom trying to escape with a baby. There's more of a Mata Hari character. There's a man who, once he's trained and parachutes across borders, doesn't even continue on with his mission. So there are all different walks of life here, and I think that makes it really fascinating. And just to give you a general idea about the artwork and storytelling, they're all done by Matt Kindt, and it's brilliant. It's just brilliant start to finish. The chapters are set up like dossier files, and the table of contents lists them, and it lists the dossier number and the title and then the page number. So you can either read it sequentially by page, which is what I did, just cover to cover, or you can go by dossier number because there are some jumbles in there where you can skip from one section, skip 100 pages over. As you can see, it's quite a thick read, but it's very, very compelling. Most of the pages have this sort of faux aged monochrome look to them, sepia, with sort of stains, tears, that sort of vibe to it. They look like dossier pages. And then you have splashes of color here and there. Sometimes it's just a single color, and then there are sections where it actually has more colors to it, but that's usually for a specific purpose, such as somebody's imagination, or in one particular instance where it's a story within a story, when somebody is reading a children's book. That whole section is done in color. And the only problem that I had with the book, if you can see, is luckily I only paid half price for this. At first I was concerned because there's sort of like a laminate over it, and it's got these wrinkles and air bubbles and everything, and it's the same on the back. But I really wanted the book, and it was half price, so I picked it up. And then as I was reading it, the entire binding just completely fell apart, and you can see the glue is just chipping away. And so this is by Top Shelf, and Top Shelf is, it's not DC, it's not Marvel, so they're not necessarily, I guess, going to be able to have the best printing, but I don't know if this is normal for Top Shelf. I just would have liked something better, since I did pay some money for it, and it wasn't just a comp copy. But honestly, that's superficial. However, I want to reread the book, and in doing so, I'm going to have to be very careful with it. And because I want to reread it, it sort of brought to mind Watchmen. Like I said, there's things in the backgrounds that you might not notice the first time you read it, and I think that it really lends itself to being reread. And perhaps when I read it the second time, I'll actually do it in dossier sequence instead. So that is Matt Kindt's Super Spy, highly recommended. His latest work is called Revolver, and his other book, 3 Story, is being made into a movie, and apparently that's quite a tearjerker, so I don't know if it's my kind of book. I don't know if I'm prepared to read that. Nonetheless, I found Super Spy really compelling, a lot of fun to read, a great balance of action sequences with emotional sequences, so I was very happy with it. Go out and get it.